Hi, Thursday. Matt Noyce, 1 degree outside insights here. The deeper dive into meteorology. Danielle gave you that 1 degree outside today in Noyce's notes earlier. That's the look of the next 24 hours. I'm going to take you out through the weekend and show you how things are going with the remnant of Debby, right? So, look, we expect to find at least a few showers coming into Connecticut by later today and then spreading in for the rest of us this evening, tonight. Tomorrow, a spray of showers and an embedded downpour from time to time. We think spray is the best way to put it. Danielle's dad asked us, can I golf on Friday? We said, yeah, if you don't mind ducking in while a shower or downpour comes through. Sure, there'll be dry times in between. You'll be able to do it. So it all depends on your taste, right? We won't be rain-free Friday, but there will be breaks between the showers, the downpours as they come through, and then you get into the worst of it as we get into Friday later evening, Friday night. And actually, by Saturday, a lot of it's going to be shipping out of here. We do think that probably the wind is going to be on the order of 30 or 35 mile per hour gusts at worst, coming out of the south for most of us. If you're at the south coast, Block Island, westerly Rhode Island, through Narragansett and Buzzards Bay onto the Cape and the Islands, you may gust to 40 or 45 miles per hour out of the south overnight Friday night. So just something to keep in mind. And you want to put that patio umbrella down, probably getting into Friday evening. Rain over the last 24 hours. I know many of you like to see that for the gardens, etc. We had a little bit that was lingering yesterday in southwestern portions of New England. That's about it. Now, rain over the next 24 hours, you start to see what we're talking about with that spray of showers that starts up late today, really this evening, tonight, and then into the day tomorrow. Early tomorrow morning, you start to get the downpours embedded in there as well, and that's going to be kind of the theme for tomorrow. When you add in what's coming all the way through Saturday, let's say midday, that's where you pick up 2 inches of rain in parts of northern Vermont. This is going to be your elevated chance of a little bit of flash flooding, but clearly ground zero, so to speak, of what's going on with the rain is going to be in upstate New York. That's the greatest chance of both flash flooding and some severe weather potential as well as we head into Friday night. And again, most of it going to be shipping out by Saturday. Here is the circulation of Debby. Debby will continue to move north and merge with a cold front dropping in from the north and west. And when they get together, that helps to crank out the rain. I had told you yesterday that we were leaning more and more toward quicker improvement Saturday, and the reason I gave you is the atmospheric energy. If you plot it here in yellow and orange and red, you can see certainly the energy associated with Debby. Then as we go through time, you'll see it elongate and come in this direction. Well, everything that we look at that matters to us, rainfall forecast, cloud cover forecast, it's all derived from what's going on thousands of feet above our heads. You have to get that right first, which means a lot of times you get clues aloft first. And that's why yesterday when I looked at the energy and I said, look how fast it's moving. We're going to see a quicker trend showing up in the clouds and the rain moving out. Well, now you see that on Saturday at 5:15 in the morning, what's left of that energy is already shifting across eastern New England. This bodes very well for improvement on Saturday as soon as mid to late morning. You do have more energy coming in back behind it. That'll be here on Sunday. Separate disturbance, pretty strong one though, and that means we will get at least some areas of clouds and a couple pop-up showers on Sunday. In the meantime, it's going to be beautiful feeling air, but it's just not going to look quite as beautiful as it'll feel. In the meantime, again, here's what we mean about, okay, the spray of showers, is there space between them? Absolutely, but are you spraying showers in the morning, in the midday, in the afternoon? Yup. Are there some embedded downpours from time to time? Yup. Is it anything like upstate New York and Pennsylvania? Nope. These are the areas that were hit hard from flooding rain a couple days ago. These are the areas that will be very quick to flash flood. We do think Vermont has a chance not only at a little bit of flash flooding on Friday overnight, we also think there may be some severe weather in here. You do occasionally get rotating storms inside of these tropical rain bands. It seems less likely the farther east that you go in New England. Not impossible, but less likely. We think the greatest chance of watching something for some damaging wind or a little rotation inside it would be in Vermont, maybe Western Mass on Friday late evening and night. But notice by Saturday morning at 7 a.m., already getting ready to ship out of eastern New England and then gone. Saturday at midday, okay, what's there, a leftover shower? Maybe at the Cape and in eastern Maine. Mostly, though, we're on an improving trend that by the afternoon looks very good. The sun breaks out in the afternoon for us. Sunday looks good. The bubbling clouds, that next round of energy comes in and that pop-up shower that could be with us. In terms of the wind core associated with Debby, no real change from what we've been looking at in the Insights video the last couple of days. Here's those limited areas where you may gust to tropical storm force. Gust to. It would not be tropical storm. You need steady winds at that force to be a tropical storm. But you might get a gust to 39 miles an hour or greater in the areas in yellow. And notice that's mostly in the areas I mentioned to you. Overnight, Friday night, and then by Saturday, gone. See you later. It's already out of here and the wind is done by the morning. Dew point temperature is going to take a drop as we get into Sunday. Once it comes back down to comfortable levels after climbing with the remnant of Debby, it stays comfortable for days on end. It probably climbs again as we get toward the end of the 14-day period, about days 10 onward. Predicted high temperature for Friday. Because of the clouds, you're not going to take off, but with the fact that it's not a steady rain all day, you do still get around 80. You do it with this incredible increase in humidity that you're going to get with the southerly wind that's still with us Friday night as the downpours and the rumbles of thunder come through and the gusty wind. You never get out of the 70s for most of us Friday night. It's very tropical air that's carried by Debby. But by Saturday, once you break that sun out, you start to bring the drier air in. You're in the 80s. It's a very good start to the weekend after the morning showers get out of here. Sunday, again, maybe a pop-up shower, but a very comfortable air. Temperatures that'll be running about 75 to 80 for most of us. And Monday, that separate disturbance I talked about coming in with a shower later Sunday, that will still be around. So you may get a pop-up shower out of that. A reminder, you can always find the 14-day and track the live radar with our app on the App Store and Google Play. Noise's 1 degree outside weather. All right, that's the way it looks for now. We'll keep you posted. See you again later on.